Greetings metal community, it's Roger back with another video. It's a celebration of Simon over at the BeardyRedViking, and you know, the grey bearded Viking, need to salute him. He had a kind of a goal for 125 subs, and he has more than that now for sure. I think last time I checked he was over 150, so that's very cool. He had 3 questions for that contest, and that was, or questions, it was show one band that you love that's not metal, that might surprise people. It's no surprise what I'm gonna show, but and then 2 bands you hate, and then 5 albums from the last 5 years that you are loving. In the background, if you can hear it, we are listening to Fallen Christ's Abduction Ritual. Originally came out in '94. This is a reissue from 2011 on Listenable Records. Great satanic death metal. So one band that's, you know, a band that you love that it's not metal. It was kind of difficult for me because I don't listen to non-metal bands anymore. I do have a couple of Norwegian rock bands that I listen to, but no point showing them because you don't know them at all. And you know, I don't listen to that stuff anymore. I mean, if you asked me 20 years ago, I probably would have had some answers. So my answer will be plain and simple, Vardruna. It's not metal. I know it's metal associated, but I don't care about that. It's very far from metal. Almost as far as you can get with the old instruments, and yeah, kind of great music to listen to. Just love especially the last 3 releases are fucking brilliant. So there's the name. So that's kind of the non-metal. Bands I hate, I don't like to use the word hate, but there are a couple of bands that I don't care about at all. There's one band I hate. It's not necessarily metal, it's hard rock, and that's Ghost. I really can't stand Ghost, and I get pissed every time I hear a song from them. It's just shit music in my ears. It's kind of very calculated, algorithms when they make the music, so people get hooked on it. And but I think it's shit. And the other band was, you know, Kim showed Manowar, and I totally agree. That was one of the first kind of metal bands that I sprung to my mind. I kind of liked them back in the 80s, but I never got into them, and listening to them now, I think they are boring as F. I know a lot of people love them, but you know, that's fine by me. I just don't like them. I don't hate them, but I don't like them very much. So hope that's satisfying enough, because that's the answers you're gonna get. So showing albums from the last 5 years, that was pretty difficult in a way, because I mean, there's been a lot of killer albums lately. I did want to pick out one that I've listened to a lot. It's last year's Cadaveric Fumes. I just love this album, and the really cool cover. You know, first and last full length by this band from France. Excellent death metal. If you can get your hands on one copy, you should, because this might be a classic album in 20 years time. You never know. I just love it. I played it a lot, and a returning album. It's kind of what I'm going to show is albums that I've returned to a lot the last years. There are a couple of very new ones, and I mean, from last year. I didn't pick any from this year because they are going to get their glory in the year-end lists. Necromantheon, Visions of Trismegistos, needed to be here. Fucking love this album. I also love the live in the rehearsal video that I put out when they released this album. It's just fucking killer. Excellent, you know, evil, vicious thrash in my opinion. Some people say black and thrash. I don't care about that. It's technical, vicious, brutal thrash metal. And of course my top pick of was that 2020, Havikrunu, with the Mian titles. Onius Solmain Sutta. That was perfectly finished. I just love this album. It's kind of based in black metal, but there's a lot of heavy metal riffs here. Clean vocals, like dual clean vocals, catchy as fuck. It's just fantastic. I mean, I think a lot of people who are not so much into black metal would actually love this album as well, because I mean, I get some running wild from this music as well, so it's just a fucking pretty unique style in a way. They have also the kind of Finnish folk inspiration as well, but not like melodic, but just a killer. Yeah, it's kind of wrong to say black metal album because there's so much going on here, but it is based in black metal, but just a killer album. So that's Havikrunu. This was a no-brainer for me. I think this is excellent. People are shitting a little bit about it because it's getting very much hyped, but I love Blood Incantation and Hidden History of the Human Race. I think this is an absolute fucking brilliant album, and I played this a lot. I do get a hype for it because they are doing something a little bit different, very technical without being technical death metal in a way. Just very cool kind of guitar work going on here. So I just love this album. I play this a lot the last couple of years. I think this was 19 it came out. And last I picked Burial with Inner Gateways to the Slumbering Equilibrium at the Center of Cosmos. Try to remember that title. I just love this album. This is so brutal and vicious, heavy death metal. Can't go wrong with this album. Same as Cadaveric Fumes, you can't go wrong with these two albums when it comes to death metal. Just fucking love this album. And that's another 2021 release. Killer stuff. So yeah, that was what I had to offer for this video, and once again, congrats on your ever-growing fan base, Simon. Hope you enjoyed this video, and good luck to all of you other guys entering this competition. Vi kjøst.